let's talk about list hygiene. We talked about that validation step. What else about list hygiene matters, Jed?
I mean, that's the biggest one. When I think of list hygiene, it's just making sure you're using a validation process.
How about ICP?
ICP, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, that goes beyond before even pulling the list, which is that's actually a huge problem that we could go down a whole rabbit hole. But it's like you should be spending more time on the front end, making sure that that list that you purchase or that list that you go pull from ZoomInfo is not just a mass list. You're hand selecting those accounts, finding the right context. Again, that's easier said than done, but sometimes you have to take a step back, take the extra time to do the correct targeting. Because if you take the approach of I'm going to select these accounts and then I'm going to go find specific contacts at each of these accounts, that's going to have significantly less bounces. It's going to be a cleaner list than if you just say, hey, pull me a list of 1,000 VPs of sales at software companies in California. That second list is going to bounce and be a lot less accurate than the first, customized list, for example.
Yeah, Jed, one of the things that you had also talked about when we were promoting for this was using multiple inboxes. And I've got this on here because I gave some of your examples on one of the promo pieces that I did. How do you use this? Are you really managing all these inboxes separately, or do they all feed one?
There's two ways to do it. You can create a bunch of different inboxes, and then you have to go check on every single inbox. Luckily, I use Mailshake, not to plug it, but that is what I do. And so with Mailshake, it allows me to manage several inboxes from one platform and have one single inbox to manage all these emails from. I know Jesse uses a specific tool. I actually learned this from Jesse. I know he runs several different emails. He warms all of them up, and he has specific tools he uses for that. But there's more than one tool outside of just Mailshake to run for, doing multiple inboxes, or you can do it manually. You just have to check on each inbox individually. But Jesse, that is a huge app.
Yeah, you can set up rules. I mean, Mailshake has some offering around here too. And so the inboxes are important, but the domain is actually the number one part of it because it's very hard. So the spam filters are looking for behavior that would indicate somebody might be sending a lot of messages that get low responses, right? What's going to happen is if you use a lot, so if you can put 3 or 4 inboxes on a domain, but then you can start using multiple domains. Now, this is where you're going to have conflict in your company. It'll be hard to get through this. It's going to be a tricky one for you because domains are historically controlled by your IT and engineering team. And, you're going to need a growth-minded, I guess is the word, right? Growth-minded company to start rolling out, 4 or 5 domain names, which is what really gets you into the inbox.
Yeah.
That's what really matters, right? But it's hard.